Bitterness criticism. A forbidden approach of life. You you can't be so critic. Because this is a normal world. People don't like polemics. People love polemics, but I guess I'm not polemic. Just trying to speak English. That's it. Yeah. So let's talk. Let's read some news about lost ark of animals away discovered in Australia. Australia's arid zones? I don't know now what maybe, but I open up this website, this site for other news, but I don't remember now. Cold baking, bagel, help, red care, minutes. Fish, mammal, indigenous. It's not here. I was interested in another thing. Look, this magazine is from Australia, I guess, because all the propaganda is from Australia. But I don't get it. No, there's nothing interesting here. I was wrong. Don't worry, I have more news. I don't know where. Nothing. Where are the news? The good news. Just 1 second. Look, is not this news, but I guess this news is interesting. This Cosmos magazine, in fact, is from Australia, because they have all this map thing and lithium battery. At this point, I don't know if I support Australia or Chile. I don't care. Let's read this news from cosmosmagazine.com. Can we become a battery superpower? We've got the smarts and minerals, and the federal government wants us to corner the market. The federal government is currently taking submissions on the National Battery Strategy, which will aim to enhance the uptake, export, and manufacture of batteries around Australia. Australia has abundant renewable energy resources, and many of the minerals, like lithium and vanadium, that form key components on batteries. That's great for Australia. They are... Yeah, this is exactly what we have to do here in Chile. Look, to industrialize the lithium and copper I don't know if we have vanadium, but as just said, I just read Australia is doing this. According to the government issues paper, this combined with our strong R&D capacity give us a unique opportunity to be a world leader in the battery industry. So, how can the government help us get there? Quote, one has to spend some money to take it from the bench into prototypes and then into something that's manufacturable, says Professor Thomas Mayer, a chemist at the University of Sydney and founder and principal technology advisor at battery manufacturer Gelion. Quote, at each stage, there are different levels of technology readiness that need to be tested, complied with before you have a mass-produced product, and that is expensive at Mayer. Some people is on the street right now. Oh no, they will party. That's embarrassing. Was just a false alarm. There's no party today. Yeah. Great. I really don't care about the party, but I need this silence for me. Of course I can do this anytime, any day, but I don't know. The truth is, I was having a discussion with people I live with, so that they say that I make lots of noise, and that's my argument, that I don't do so much noise, just speaking right now, right like that. Anyway, Australia is doing great. At each stage, there are different levels of technology readiness that need to be tested, complied with before you have a mass-produced product, and that is expensive. That's much Mayer. There are probably people out there who are inventing things that are brilliant, but they don't have access to the funding, or may need business assistance or matchmaking with another company that could help them. Agreed Samantha Megaham, manager of VSUN Energy Within Resources Company, Australian Vanadium. McGaham says that while this government assistance could be financial, it doesn't necessarily need to be. She's a liberal. I criticize. Mayer says that universities aren't founded to help with this technology development, and companies that can afford it don't always step in. it's a bit non-sexy to some degree. Shareholders are not that excited if you say, give me X million dollars so I can test my battery. They want to have breakthrough and excitement, but there's really hard crunch work that needs to be done. It's like the smartphones. All the technology was created by universities and paid by raised by governments. The founder was financed by governments. So smartphones are communist. He adds that government can instead provide support, citing the U.S. Department of Energy's very successful national blueprint for lithium batteries. There's a link here. I will see what's going on. And as a good example policy to follow, they can, in a sense, almost carbon copy that they did in the US. Onshore manufacturing of batteries currently at a very small scale are a particular opportunity for Australia, since local demand for batteries will be increasing. McGaham points out that it makes sense for things like electrolytes, a crucial component of battery chemistry, to be manufactured near where they are going to be used. This this news is good, so that's why I will read all of them. It's cheaper to make it here because otherwise you're just shipping sulfuric acid and water around the world, which rising fuel costs for shipping that's just getting better and better for you. First, I will copycat this for Chileans. I will translate this, but Chileans don't care about nothing. Look, I made this banner, and they vote rechazo, and they all fuck up. Max Mayer says that modern battery manufacturing is capital intensive but not labor intensive, making it a sensible industry to have onshore. To have a sufficient ecosystem of companies around that can service the factories, whether it's air conditioning or fixing machines that are broken with high-end engineering that is a little bit thinner in Australia. Says, well, if Australia is hard, is lacking of high-end energy, well, Chile should be worse than that, I guess. But you know, Bolivia is doing EVs, EV cars. They are not pretty, they are like Chinese EVs, but this is something. McGaham adds that a keen workforce, particularly electrical and chemical engineers and geologists, will also be important. Personally, I think that it really needs to start on the primary school level. You need to start getting the children interested, says Graham. I'm fully Australian. I fully agree with this, with Graham, with this woman, Samantha Graham. I will find them. Will search for her on Instagram. Then I just share it. I just share it on Facebook. Look, like the old days, Facebook. It's a pretty icon, isn't it? It's a pretty beautiful news, like the map and stuff. And well, I was searching for another things. It's not about this. Well, this is The link that I clicked on is Australia, I guess, energy.gov. National blueprint for lithium batteries. Maybe this is from the US. Who knows? I will read this. I will read everything. Go Bolivia! Hey, Bolivia! I want a jersey from Bolivia. National blueprint for lithium batteries. June 7, 2021. 2 years ago. This national blueprint for lithium batteries, developed by the Federal Consortium for Advanced Batteries, will help guide investment to develop a domestic lithium battery manufacturing value chain that creates equitable clean energy manufacturing jobs in America, while helping to mitigate climate change impacts. The blueprint lays out 5 critical goals and key actions to guide federal agency collaboration to secure the nation's long-term economic competitiveness and create good paying jobs for American workers, while supporting the Biden administration decarbonization goals. Who knows? Fine for them. Look, there are five goals. 1. Secure access to raw and refined materials and discover alternatives for critical minerals for commercial and defense applications. 2. Support the growth of a U.S. material processing base able to meet domestic battery manufacturing demand. 3. Stimulate the U.S. electrode, cell, and PEG manufacturing sectors. 4. Well, I guess all this is so much easy for the US, isn't it? I guess Chile will remain poor and stupid forever, and I will go away to Norway. 4. Enable the US end-of-life reuse and critical materials recycling at scale and a full competitive value chain in the US. 5th. Maintain and advance U.S. battery technology leadership by strongly supporting scientific R&D, STEM education, and workforce development. Will be great. But this all time is a PDF, so I download it, I guess. Jennifer McGrawholm. This is all about America. This is all about the US. This is interesting. I will download now, but I guess I will. A PDF is too large to read it, so I will read by myself another time. I will read it like a separate video. So we'll try another news about anything. Well, I haven't done that conversation about the loud sound of parties here, so I guess all the neighbors listen me, and I guess I'm right, because I'm not making a fuss here. I'm just talking, and if nobody will wake up because of me, because of one people talking, but a party is a whole different thing. That's why that's my argument. I can speak all night long if I wanted, because this is not so loud. Anyway, well, I like it, this Cosmos magazine. I hope it's not paid. I hope it's free. I will like it in social media. I really like it. I don't know. Well, subscribe. I want to subscribe, but I didn't won the lottery still. If I win the lottery, I will subscribe everything. Like, I hope I want to see you in my timeline. Cool baking a bake off held with engineering workforce crisis. I didn't understand the meaning of this. First Manu indigenous rangers make waves nor kill do water. I didn't get it. Well, this I just missed the news. I like it. I'm not watching anymore. Well, I do have another news. It's not just about Cosmos. I have a lot of news, but I will not make a mystery about it. I was searching for master degrees in Norway, so I found this University of Bergen, and as some long ago, they tell me, not Bergen, but another like Oslo University, that tell me that there's no scholarship from government. But right now I found this: how apply for accommodation with housing guaranteed. Well, student housing. There's no scholarship, but in Bergen there's a student house, which is awesome. Believe me, you make a lot of friends and you know a lot of realities. It will be great. That will be like a reality show, so much better, because the real life is more real than that TV, isn't it? Well, anyway, University E Bergen .no. UEB student housing. New international students admitted to the University of Bergen can apply for housing through the student welfare organization SAMEN. Housing guarantee for new international students. New international students on the following categories are guaranteed student housing as SAMEN, provided availability: exchange students, international master degree students, students in other collaboration programs with a minimum stay of 1 semester. Housing guarantee ensures a space in a student hostel. However, a specific room type location is not guaranteed. This it doesn't matter. You will divide how to say, a room with a lot of people, a lot of cool people. Students are only guaranteed housing once. Students are only guaranteed housing once. It is not possible to terminate the housing contract and then have guaranteed housing again. What? Like, I guess it's the enrollment in the course, I guess, I don't know. Conditions to be eligible for a housing guarantee: 1. New international student admitted for at least 1 semester. Only first-time applicants for SAMEN housing. 2. Residing abroad at the time of the admission. 3. Submit the application for students accommodation within the deadline. And 4. Arriving at the beginning of the semester, rent must be paid from 1 August to arriving at the beginning of the semester. You must pay rent. I didn't get it, so it's not free. I guess I will not go. How to renting stuff. Please note: 1. Due to capacity limitations, shared rooms might be implemented for the spring semester 2023. Allocations are randomized. 2. Family and couple apartments are not included in the housing guarantee. How to apply for accommodation with housing guarantee. All students entitled to housing guarantee will receive information about application procedure by email. Applications must be registered at the same application portal, following the instructions given by the University of Bergen. Remember to register a valid mobile phone number, including country code, when applying for housing. Application periods. Autumn semester start August. Anyway. Housing offer and tenancy agreement. You will receive an offer of housing shortly after November 1st. I don't know what's tenancy. Yeah, tenancy is like the contract. Anyway, well, this is not the solution for mankind because it's paid. You have to pay rent. Anyway, Norway looks like a hard country to go because look, this is the salmon. Housing guaranteed international student with a housing guaranteed. International student with a housing guarantee. The following students are guaranteed student housing, provided that you apply with deadline. Exchange, self-financed master degree student. Well, there's not a perfect condition, isn't it? Because you have to pay rent, I guess. This is the requirements, language requirements. Anyway, this is not news. I don't recommend you to go to Norway because you will have to pay expensive business, expensive. I don't know. I will read this ChatGPT news because I don't understand what it is. I still don't understand. But there was another news in Spanish I will read in a couple of minutes that say practical things about it. ChatGPT recommends 5 books to become a smarter investor, including 2 tied to Warren Buffett. Phil Rosen, February 21, 2023. This was 3 days ago. Insiders Phil Rosen asks ChatGPT to share book recommendations for someone looking to become a better investor. OpenAI's language book lists 5 titles, including 2 with ties to Warren Buffett. The Intelligent Investor, the top book on the list, was written by Buffett's mentor Benjamin Graham in 1949. This is like I guess it's like a Google, ChatGPT. You ask, as they said, they ask it something and they make a research basically. As a markets reporter, I am always looking to learn more about the topics I cover. I turned to OpenAI's viral language tool, ChatGPT, to see what books it will recommend for someone interested in investing. Since I write about the stock market and regularly speak with Wall Street strategists, I entered this question: can you share your best books recommendations for someone looking to become a smarter investor in the stock market? ChatGPT generated a list of 5 books, including 2 that have ties to Berkshire Hathaway chairman and CEO Warren Buffett. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. This is the first book ChatGPT listed with ties to Buffett. Graham was one of Buffett's mentors. The Intelligent Investor was first published in 1949, is considered a classic. Many, including ChatGPT, refers to it as a Bible of value investing. One concept is touched on is how to determine the intrinsic value of a company. One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. Lynch writes about his experience as a fund manager in this book, which was first released in 1989. In plain language, he shares how to read financial statements and develop a winning stock portfolio. More. A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton Malkiel. This book is about efficient market theory and how it affects investment strategies, ChatGPT said. Malkiel notes that the prices of various assets exhibit signs of a random walk, which makes it hard to consistently beat the market passive strategies. Such as index funds, in which view can produce more favorable results for most investors. And then is more books, but I don't care because investing is a tricky issue, isn't it? But anyway, I will read this in Spanish right now because it's not the stock market, it's just, I don't know what it is, but it's from Business Insider too. ChatGPT, I don't understand what it is. Un escritor de 27 años ganó cerca de 100.000 euros trabajando 30 horas a la semana el año pasado. Así utiliza ChatGPT y otras herramientas para ser mucho más eficiente. Tony Dong, un freelance que escribe sobre finanzas, ganó cerca de 100.000 euros el año pasado trabajando 30 horas a la semana. El joven usa herramientas como ChatGPT para idear títulos y escribir esquemas, además de Grammarly y Dragon Professional, que le ayudan a trabajar de forma más eficiente. Tony Dong, escritor financiero asentado en Vancouver. Tony Dong ha conseguido ser plenamente eficiente en su trabajo. Este freelancer de 27 años ganó durante el año pasado $149.000 estadounidenses, es decir, más de 100.000 euros, según documentos consultados por Business Insider, trabajando unas 30 horas a la semana. Sus beneficios se han convertido de los dólares canadienses a euros al tipo de cambio de 2022, que era de 0,69. Tony Dong, que escribe principalmente sobre los fondos cotizados ETF para medios como US News and World Report y The Motley Fool, ha estado trabajando como autónomo desde abril de 2022. Empezó escribiendo contenidos financieros para ganar un dinero extra, pero después de un año se dio cuenta de que podía vivir de ello. Intenté dejar mi trabajo 2 veces. La primera vez me acobardé la noche anterior, cuenta Dong, que trabajaba como asesor de riesgos para TransLink, la empresa de transportes de metro de Vancouver. Intenté sopesar que podría arrepentirme más, si de quedarme en mi trabajo para siempre o de intentar esto y fracasar. So this guy was a risk advisor in the Vancouver train, I guess, if I understood. So started to use ChatGPT to make text for financial market, I guess. Well, I will jump to the final. Says ChatGPT. Dong utiliza el chatbot de inteligencia artificial OpenAI como asistente virtual para pedirle recomendaciones de titulares y hacer los esquemas de los contenidos. Por ejemplo, cuando estaba escribiendo un artículo sobre ETFs y ciberseguridad, le pidió a ChatGPT que le recomendase 3 titulares intrigantes, convincentes e interesantes, explica. Hay que ser muy específico con las indicaciones. Yeah, this is kinda a super Google. ChatGPT looks like he's a Google on steroids. And that's it. I guess I will try. I guess I will stop this recording. I will try ChatGPT, but I guess as I am understanding, OpenAI it was one day free, but ChatGPT doesn't, if I understand well. Well, which news? Which more news? This is a news for me because I'm 36 and I maybe will have some I missed to buy some backpack some months ago and I miss it, but I will try to find a backpack. TripSavvy.com, Vacation Like a Pro. What I learned from backpacking as a 40-something by Gregor Rogers, published in 2010. Which is the month 10? It's December, November, October 2027. Yeah, from 20. It was three years ago. Backpacking as a 40-something isn't as unusual as it sounds. Isn't as unusual as it sounds. Just by turning up, you immediately get to share a bond and common interests with weird and wonderful people from all walks of life. But on this particular night, as younger backpackers shrieked, mating call above, thumping music and sand drinking songs in their native language, I felt oddly conspicuous. Backpackers of all ages typically engage each other with a protocol, kind of the same way modems performed handshakes in the mid 1990s. Instead of using a series of garbled noises and high-pitched squeals, some nationalities will still use those. We ask questions in a practicable sequence to form a connection. Earlier, a friendly Norwegian half my age had unexpectedly followed up the default "Where are you from?" icebreaker by bluntly asking how old I was. She should have asked me how long I was traveling, therefore sizing up my experience and budget as a traveler. She was curious and meant no harm, but her unexpected deviation alarmed me. A scan of the crowded outdoor bar on Kahosan Road confirmed that what I feared. I was indeed the oldest customer. The cold fingers of doubt crept into my mind. Did I come across as someone clinging to the travel glories of yesterday? Was I supposed to be over a Bangkok's posh Silom neighborhood, paying triple prices with all the other 40-something travelers now? Pushing a stroller through a perverse terrordom of Khao San Road at midnight is brave, but I'm glad a European family did. They rescued me from my introspection while we chatted above the chaos. We connected as outliers. I also hope their kids one day recover from that what they witnessed. The excitement of the toddler face was undeniable. He was surrounded by older boys holding balloons and sand buckets. Better he didn't Better he didn't know the red balloons were inflated with laughing gas sold by backpackers to hoof, and the buckets contained cheap cocktails and could knock down a water buffalo. Anyway, this is obviously a literary text. I'm not doing great with this kind of texts. I prefer Clifford Geertz, because I don't know, this is so much I don't know, this is so much mainstream. I hate mainstream. I prefer social science. Because all this stuff of feelings stuff is so, the feeling stuff is not, is coward, you can hide yourself in talking about feelings. It was people do, it was people do around the globe. This is universal. I will read this, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna read this because it's so stupid. OnlyFans. I don't wanna know. I don't know. Do you wanna know about women on OnlyFans? You know what I think about OnlyFans? That you can watch porn is better. You don't need to watch OnlyFans. We will do another one more news about from Cosmos, the science of everything. Yeah, I like it. I guess we have a lot in common with Australians because of the, I don't know, this is easygoing, isn't it? The Europeans are like stressful because they always on war and stuff. We will go down here. Oh, what's really this? How do COVID-19 masks affect children in the classroom? That's interesting, isn't it? I will send this to Cody if she sees it, but I don't care. Maybe COVID is from the past, isn't it? Looks like COVID is overrated, or is, I don't remember. CosmosMagazine.com, February 23. How do COVID-19 masks affect children in the classroom? What do we know about the impact of school mask policies on children's communication and learning? At the beginning of term 1 last year, most states and territories recommended mandate masks in secondary schools to limit the spread of COVID-19. Victoria mandated masks for primary school students in grades 3 and to 6. An evidence review by Victoria's Health Department in August released to Cosmos under Freedom of Information laws found the removal of mandatory masks in secondary schools in February 2022 increased the risks of COVID-19 in those students by 23%. But the health department of documents don't include any systematic assessment of masks in the classroom, such as the effects of communication and learning. Dr. David Roy, a lecturer in education at the University of Newcastle, says there is very limited research on the effects of masks in the classroom, particularly on the psychological impacts. His research has, I think there is a kind of vain issue, like people don't know if people are beautiful. It's more like in that way. You think everybody is or the erotism. You, without a mask, you imagine more, and if you see the face of someone, you get a shock about the ugliness. That's true. uh, his research has looked at the use of masks in an educational context from drama and performance to masks used on COVID-19 prevention measure. Well, I will let this news there. I will, because already time's up. I will making these videos for 47 minutes. I don't understand why this. I click it here. Drama and performance, and this drives me here, but I don't understand. Is this an article? Looks like this site is all free. It is free or not? Accept. I just wasting time to complete 47. I want to see this drama and performance. Yeah, I guess it's all about that. The mask or not mask is not a sanitary issue. It's more like a sexual issue. Because believe me, there's a lot of ugly people out there. But I don't have in the full article.